Hello and welcome to my first official Let's Play of the Feed the Beast Insanity bonus map. I'm LegitNeek. I'm going to be playing this map with you guys. Let's get started. Now, I'm not 100% completely versed with all the mods, but I shall be giving it my best. I won't be doing a speed run or anything like that. Um, this is this little starting area. Very lovely. Yeah, I won't be doing a speed run, because quite simply put, I've not completed this map before, so it would be a bit silly for me to start by attempting a speed run. Sorry. Right. Let me first explain the rules of this map. You can't place or break any blocks on the monument or the starting area. This is what this area is. We can, however, feel free to take this loot from the project table, which will be some bees or beehives and a broken pickaxe. Yeah, some forest hives, some meadows hives, some desert hives, some jungle hives, and some snow hives. Awesome. Now this little room up here is the save area, the extra life, sorry, sort of thing. We'll stand on this platform for 5 minutes, and then we'll get some stuff that we will vastly need if we ever lose our philosopher's stone or anything important like that before we get through the door. Right, yep. As I was saying, we can only place cables or lighting on the monument. That's for the one of the challenges is to get some vast amount of power. So we'll have to lay some cables for that. Do not take or destroy any blocks. Visit the extra life room upstairs for timed runs. Yep, we're not doing one of those. So let's go ahead and jump in the hole. Sub button, and off we go. Oh, right. Let's get all this out. Break our chest. So we don't want that in the middle. It's a very poor spot for it. We need our sapling, and then what we're going to do is just place this down here. Place our chest over the side. Stick all our stuff back in, and then head down to the nether, which should be out this side. Now, I usually do a little jump off or something, but going to be a bit better with this one. So I did fall to my death a couple of times. Almost did it just then again. Now, I have done a bit of research as to what is considered cheating methods of EMC and what isn't. The only method Slowpoke really agrees with is milk farms, which isn't so bad. I've never been one to. I don't think I've even made one of the blaze rod macerator things. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with those being unacceptable methods of EMC generation. Like, it's clearly an exploit. It's being fixed. Like, Pahimar is going to be rebalancing E3 a hell of a lot. This is our last gift from Slowpoke and his group. Some lava sauce and a dark matter picks, thank God. Sorry, a dark matter pick, not several. Excuse me. Bit of a cold. Right, let's head back up. Yeah, so what I'll be doing is either sticking to either going between my nether farm, which will be quite a relatively large project. I'll walk you guys through that as I'm building it. I'll be using Slaughter24 showed me the design, one of the makers of the Feed the Beast map, and I believe he said he got the idea from Slowpoke, which is even better. But yeah, we'll just be going between the nether farm and our milk farms. We should be getting enough EMC to last us until we get some energy collectors. Right. Excuse the boring little ascent into up to the starter platform. Right, what we're going to be working on first is our cobblestone generator, as always. It's the majority the first step in any skyblock type map. and we'll do that for a little bit while we wait for our tree to grow. Can't really do anything else till that grows. I want to take some some stone tools down to the nether, and we're going to need a workbench, a crafting bench, sorry, anyway. Ooh, almost fell then. A crafting bench to make some slabs, which is what we'll need to avoid anything spawning where we don't want it down in the nether, which will give us a effective little mob trap. Right, we're going to place these in here for now. I'll need that, and I'll need my philosopher's stone. Right, so let's place that down. Oh, not enough room for it, there we go. Turn that into cobblestone, mine that up. We'll just place that down this end with our lava. And we have cobble gem. Overlay. Hey, there we go. Right, let's put this away. Charge this up a bit. And what we want to do really is hover under here for a minute. If we can, if we can do it without falling to our death. We need 3 pieces. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Then we can have a little. Oh, okay. Broke the wrong one. There we go. Now we just get out of here. Oh, Jesus. Woo. There we go. Right, right, I'm just going to stand here for a bit. Oh wow, there we go. That was quick. I think that's the quickest I've ever seen our tree grow. I'm going to do that now. That was ridiculously quick. Right, I'm just going to do a bit more cobble, just so we've got a bit of a platform, so we don't lose any of the saplings. I'd rather not lose them before we even started. If we get onto it, we can just mine some cobble. I'm just going to pause the video here for a minute while we get some cobblestone, and then we'll be back. I'll show you I'll show you me extending my platform out a little bit, and then we'll head down to the nether. We'll do a bit more cobble farming after that actually. Head down to the nether and start work on our pigmen spawner. Right, be right back. Right, welcome back. We've got ourselves about a stack of cobblestone. Just going to go up here and extend our little platform. So we avoid just losing any of our. Put that in there just for safekeeping. Yeah, just so we can avoid losing any of our saplings unnecessarily. That would be bad. Right, let's extend this out a bit more. Forever holding the sneak button down, because falling to our doom is not what we want today. Right, before we take off that log, we're just going to start shaving off some of these leaves while we have control over it, sort of thing. Once you take off the piece of wood connecting to the leaves around the outside, as we all know, the leaves start to degrade, which is not what we want, because we could have a leaf degrade on that side and the saplings pop off the end, which is not what we want. So we're just going to do this by hand for a couple of minutes, for a minute or so, sorry. Oh, we're stuck on our chest. Right, let's extend this out a little bit just while we have the cobble. I'm going to bring that up. Get over here. Right, that'll do for now. And we want to clear off the rest of this. The sapling does not look good, like the prognosis. Our Lady Luck does not seem to be with us today. It's not so bad if we don't get a sapling. Oh god, there's one there, quick. God, that was so close from going over the edge. Woohoo! Right, we can clean this off now. I'm not too fussed about getting any more. We've got our sapling. We've got our wood. And it's getting to night time. So this is probably a good time to head down to the nether. Oh, there's another one as well. Awesome. Bonus. Right, we're just going to put this up once more. We can double check we're not getting any more from these. There we go, okay. Right, we're going to make ourselves a crafting bench. And then we're going to make some stone tools. Use some of this, use some of that. We're going to put this one down there. And put our spare in here. While we're just doing some stuff, we don't need it on us. Right, I'm going to put this side because we don't want it setting on fire. Let's get some sticks to make a stone pickaxe. Because we don't want to take my my dark matter one, sorry, into the nether, because that is just asking to lose it, isn't it? Right, what we're going to do before we head down there, let's put this back. We're going to mine a little bit more cobblestone, because we're going to need a hell of a lot for our spawner. So why don't I do that off camera for a bit? And 1 second. Yeah, I'll do that off camera for a bit. We'll be back, and I'll talk you through the start of my my mob spawner, and pretty much effectively what we'll be doing with it. Alright, back in a minute. Right. Okay, welcome back. Now, as you can see, we've got a ton of cobblestone, which will probably still not be enough. We're going to turn the majority of these into slabs, which we'll be using as platforms so that we can avoid any pigmen spawning where we don't want them to. Now, we'll turn those into slabs as well. Okay, that should be enough. Well, it will never be enough. This will probably only do like the one side of our pigmen spawner, but it'll do for now. Right, what we're going to do is head down to the nether, and I'll talk you through what I'm going to be doing. I can't remember which side the gate is on. There we go. Sorry, I call it a gate. Been watching Stargate a lot recently. Oh, oh, oh! Great. Whoops. Little bit of lag there, knocked me out the side of the water fountain there. It's no biggie. Looked like all our stuff landed on the portal anyway. Right, let's head straight back down. Hopefully not die this time. Oh, okay. It's just there it is. Awesome. Hopefully we've not lost anything much. Oh cool, we didn't lose anything. Bonus. Right. Without further ado, let's head in. What we're going to need to do, for starters, is just build a little platform for us to stand on, because at the moment, as you can tell, it's not very big. Well, we're not going to get much of a spawner sound here. But what we're going to do is bring this out this way, so that rather than, if we did it on the actual side of the obsidian, sorry, we would have like a lower platform, which is not what we want. I'd rather her be up a little bit than down. Right, so what we've got is a little platform for us to stand on, wait for pigmen to spawn, and then we're going to build this out 20 long. 2, 3, 4. Actually, before we start this, I'm going to put most of our stuff in here. We don't need it all on us really. We don't need our sword just yet. That'll do. That'll do for the purposes of what we need. Right, we're going to build this out 20 long. I know the minimum required distance for like mob spawns is 24. I believe the block has to be away from you, but the reason we're doing it 20 long is so when we're down here or when we're up fighting at one end, we don't get any pigmen spawning in the middle here, which would be very bad. We don't want pigmen running up behind us, attacking us, knocking us into the other pigmen, and we'll just be dead very quickly, so to speak. Right, what we're going to do: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20, right, little visual bug there. Right, the reason we're doing this out of half slabs is obviously monsters, or mobs if you call them, cannot spawn on half slabs. They can only spawn on a full block, and these are not that, which is perfect for what we need. In a little bit I will be building like a little shelter around the gate, so that we don't get any if any ghast spawn, we don't get any like breaking our gate, blocking us in here. We'll make a flint and steel later on, but for now this will do. Right, what we want to do is put a full block here, and then a couple of half slabs on top. Take one of them out for now, because we want to be getting through. Now we're going to be wanting to make this whole platform here that we're going to be building out of full blocks. So this will be our pigmen spawning area. Then we're going to want to make it about it doesn't really matter how big you make it. You can start off small to begin with, make it bigger as you get more EMC, more cobblestone, and like it'll just increase your increase the spawns exponentially really much. I have gone through the config files. My server at the moment runs the FTB mod pack, which I had to edit a bit because it had all the mob spawn generation numbers for the Insanity map, which was ridiculously high. And I can assure you that if you're not getting any mob spawns, you're doing something wrong. It's not down to the code, because I think it was something like it has potential for 400 mobs per tick or something stupid like that. So right, so we're going to build this out. We'll just do a small platform for now, just while we've got less cobblestone. And pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're going to be repeating the same pattern on the other side, so that once we're done fighting one side of pigmen, we can simply just go straight through the portal to the other side, straight to the other end, and fight the other load of pigmen that have been spawning up there. And by the time you even get up to that end, I can assure you that this one will already be filled up and ready to start farming again. Right, let's build this out. About 5 I think we'll do. 3, 4, 5. Just have a little platform for now. We don't want that one. Oh, need some more slabs. Look, there we go. See, pigment. I'll put a couple of slabs on here actually. This is what we can do. Unfortunately, once we've built this, the only slabs that they'll be able to spawn on that isn't at either end will be the 2 in the middle by the portal. But we can't really avoid that. But that's why we only make this 20 long. So when we're at one end, it's not spawning them here. When they do spawn, it'll only be when we're like in the end gathering the loot, which won't be so bad because they'll be far enough distance that they won't aggro straight away. Give us a bit of time to block it off maybe, or put some on this side actually, just for a little help. Right, let's get back up this end. trying not to aggro the pigmen just yet. We don't want to. We're not in a position where we can fight them like on our terms, if you know what I mean. Right, what we're going to do is put a block against this one, and then put a half slab on top of that. And we're going to do that all the way around. This will be the pigmen can't spawn on half slabs, obviously, as I've already said. And then when I've aggroed them, they can't jump up on the side, then jump up on the little doorway that I'm going to be building, and jump across and murder me, which would be very bad. So we just build a little trellis, so to speak, around the outside. Stop them falling off their desk when they get falling off the side when they get overexcited, because they do get very excited when you aggro them. Right, I'm actually going to need to take that one off because I'm going to extend this up a bit. We can put this around the outside. Right, that's that bit built. Yeah, that's right, cool. And what we want to do is build this up a bit. We want, I believe we want it to come across there. There we go, yeah. Because when we block this bit off with a half slab, it will stop the pigmen coming through. We can just murder them at our own will, sort of thing. And right, we'll put a half slab on here, half slab on here, and we'll put another one across there and another one across there. So it'll give us enough room to go through when we want to collect our loot, but not for the pigmen to we'll block that off when we're attacking the pigmen, sort of thing, so that they can't attack us back, which would not be very good. Right, we will make the side of this like relatively safe, so that if we ever do get any pigmen coming through, we can flee. And right, let's see if we can get you back in there. There we go. Right, let's block that up. Put that one there. We could just knock that guy off the edge, I think. Right, let's start by safing this bit. Now we don't want full blocks or full like double slab blocks, sort of thing. This is just a waste at the moment. Like we need all the EMC we can get, so we'd just do a like a basic wall sort of thing. Like this will stop us falling off or getting knocked off, as it were. Oh, hello, Mr. Goodman. Excuse, don't mind me. And this is merely just personal preference, whether you put this up or not. I would suggest it just in case. Like I've had a few times where I've accidentally broken the half slab just before I've aggroed them, just after I've aggroed them, and they've just come pouring through at me, and I just got pushed off the side with about quite a bit of EMC, I believe, a lot of gold nuggets and such. Alright, we'll just bring this out. Don't need that. Let's bring that over. And we'll leave just a little bit here. So, oh, keep doing that. Yeah, we'll just leave a little bit here. Obviously, we can't push through that, which is good because we've got this up a bit. But we can just access our chest when need be. We'll recover that chest at some point, because that is a nice handy little resource. While I'm at this end, I'll show you also what we need to do, because these count as full blocks as well, and pigmen will spawn up here, which is not what we want. There we go, and that will just stop any pigmen spawning from up there. Now, this, if you notice, this was made out of half slabs, and this was a half slab as well. But when you break them, they turn back into half slabs. So any full block made out of half slabs will still be counted as half slabs, because mobs will not spawn on them. But, and this is a big but, I'm not 100% sure. I have had pigmen spawn on areas or I believe I've had them spawn on areas where they shouldn't have done, and it led to mass killings, and I had to go into I pretty much had to just give up on the Nether. Every time I came down here, they just slaughtered me. Like there was literally about I think about 50 pigmen just sat by the gate. Every time I came through, they'd just hack me to bits. Right, we're going to put all this back for now, and as you can see, we're pretty much just going to be extending this end platform out a bit, like in a bit, I think. I might do that. I might do that now actually. See how much cobble we've got. What I want to do as well, actually, while we've got the slabs out, just for the time being, while we're only doing one side, what we want to do is kind of build a little barrier out here to protect this area, and that will stop any gas explosions getting to the gate, knocking out the portal, which would be very bad. I'm not up for being stuck in the Nether at all anytime soon. So right, we'll have that there, and then yeah, that will be good for now. We will cover this over a bit more. Actually, I might do that now. To be fair, I'll show you how I do my little gas protection building. Oh, almost. We'll just put that there. There we go. And there we go. And gas can no longer hit our little building here. This is what I was saying about the like the two half slab blocks being made into full ones. Like we didn't need this on top, but that's just a visual thing. My OCD couldn't really handle just leaving that as half block. But yeah, they still wouldn't spawn up there because it's the Minecraft will still treat it as two half slabs rather than full block. Right, so let's put all this back, get our sword out. Now I will say this this method is very food intensive, but the return you get from it is far greater than. Let's see if we can trick you into falling into nothingness. There we go. Right, all safe again. Yeah, the EMC return is far greater than what you spend out, so it's great. Really, it's just such a cool method. You get so much EMC from it. Well, excuse me. Right, what we really do is just sit here, wait patiently like a fisherman. Well, obviously we wait down that end for some pigmen to spawn. Wait patiently like a fisherman for one to come close, and then we aggro them all. Like there will be more. I shall expand on this platform once I've done this, you see. And it really is just an easy method of BMC. Like it's just such a well worth it. I also count this as pretty much like an EXP farm as well. I think I did about an hour here, or probably not even an hour, probably about half an hour here, and I think I got enough EMC for my quarry, which is one of the EMC, one of the requirements for Redstone Paradise, which is the second challenge of the Feed the Beast temple. And I got all that in one run, just sat down here going back and forth between the two farms. Right, what we're going to do is extend this first platform out a bit. Let's get all these out. Yeah, extend this first platform. I can show you how big I had it on the last one. I may not be able to go up to that big this time, but we'll see how much cobble we've got when we get to automate our cobble and we get some EMC. We should find it a lot easier to just extend this platform. Now a great method that Slaughter showed me as well for like saving resources on building stone tools and such, and speeding up pretty much just speeding up the process of this mob farm is you make a diamond sword and some level 3 covalence dust, and you can pretty much just sit down here. I believe you can get about 4 or 5 or maybe even 6 goes back and forth before you need to repair the diamond swords, depending on how many spawns you get, that is. Well, that was, I think, about like 50, 60 pigmen at either end each time. yeah, that's how good this this spawner is. Bring out one more, I think. That was 3. Yeah, but the like I said, the EMC return is well worth spending your first 3 diamonds on a diamond sword and some Corallian's dust. It's well worth it. Like you kill the pigmen a hell of a lot faster. Um, I believe it also helps with your hunger as well. Not like slowing it, like physically sorting it sort of thing. But obviously the less swings you need to kill a monster, the less you're going to be using up your hunger bar, and the less EMC you're going to be wasting on like just wasting on food sort of thing. So what we're going to do, we'll just clean this up. Right, and this is a nice big platform for us now. We might even make this bigger in a little bit, but it will do for the purposes of now. We don't want to be too greedy to start with. You can see we've not got a hell of a lot of resources left. Like, you can see how much I brought down to how much we've got left, and it's quite like a initial startup cost. But right, we'll sit down here for a minute. I will point out now, I won't be eating any of the rotten flesh. I will be heading back up to the overworld once I've got a bit of EMC, because once I get a bit hungry, because I'm a Minecraft vegetarian. I do not eat any meat whatsoever. I do not kill animals if I can help it. I may even wait till I get UU matter before I make leather, if I believe you can make leather. If not, I may have to just bite the bullet and kill myself a cow or two. But as you can see, well, we've been down here a couple of minutes and we've already got a fair amount of pigmen. And what we do is just sit here, quite patiently like a little fisherman, to get a bite. There we go, got a bite, and we just hack away. Not standing too close, obviously, because they can swing through the hole, but they can't reach us if we're just out of range. There we go. Look, gold bar already. That's our iron gone. Now the rest will simply be for extra EMC. I'm literally just going to stay down here till I get hungry, and then we'll go up and start working on our transmutation table, get some mushroom stew sorted, and we'll be sorted. Right, I'm just going to pause the video here and farm a bit of EMC, because we don't want you getting bored just sitting me watching me going back and forth killing big men. I know it's exciting for a while, but after a little bit it does get quite tedious. Right, back in a minute. Okay, actually we're going to leave episode 1 here, because we've run a little bit long, but join me for episode 2. We shall start our EMC production, and we shall finish the other side of this, get our start work on our mob tower, which I assure you you'll be very impressed with. Another design shown to me by Slaughter24. I can't remember where exactly he said he got the design from, but is very sexy. It's a very nice looking mob tower, and I'm sure you'll agree. Right, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Do what you like. Bye bye.